Hey guys, thanks for checking out the video. I completed the assembly of the 2022 Thundershot re-release from TAMIYA. It was a really fun build. It was an easy build. There were a couple silly little things that were just a matter of really looking at the line drawings on in the assembly manual and just taking my time. And it wasn't anything major, like just the way where a certain screw went or something like that. Like on the back here, one of the very last steps, this screw, I was trying to install it up here in this mount. I don't know if you can see that very good. Yeah, so I was trying to put this screw through here. And it just seemed, the reason being is it just seemed like I had to compress the shock way too much to get it to fit down here. So I just kind of messed around with that, and then I went to the manual, looked at it, and that's just the way it is. And that's one of probably the only thing that I don't like about this kit is the spring, the rear shocks and the front shocks. They're just comical. TAMIYA, in my opinion, they really dropped the ball on the rear shock absorbers. The springs are too stiff, and perhaps the oil is, they give you the soft oil. And so I think the combination of the really stiff springs, the soft oil, and maybe the piston choice that they recommend in the manual, the shocks are just kind of ridiculous. I'll show you what I mean. So that hop there is just not good. It's just gonna, when you land from jumps, it's just gonna go do this, and as it's hopping, it's just not good. I'm really surprised that TAMIYA did that, and I'm sure there's people out there that came up with some sort of remedy. The front's not as bad, but it's still not good. It's just not plush, and the battery's not in there, but the battery's just going to make the chassis, give you some real chassis slap. But overall, the kit is just 99% awesome. It's a lot of fun. It takes me back to the old days of when I first started with building with TAMIYA kits, and just so much fun building the kit, and then the reward of going out and running the kit, bashing with my buddies. And every time we ran in certain spots, schoolyards, parking lots, whatever, it seemed like somebody else was always coming on board and joining the crew running these TAMIYA cars. So even though I have much more advanced cars now, like I run a TAMIYA, a Traxxas 8SX Max, and I also have an Arrma Typhon 3S and 6S. Really love those. Now those vehicles are really just, that's what they're meant to be. When you buy them, they're just high performance. They soak up the bumps. Just really incredible vehicles. And TAMIYA is just kind of it's a different type of RC vehicle. Don't get me wrong, they have some kits that are just phenomenal. They handle really well, and they don't have this issue, but that's funny. It's just, all right, I'll get off the subject. So the kit overall was a blast to build. I probably took 4 hours, maybe 4 hours. Broken, come down, work on something, and it just was a blast to build. I look forward to the next one. I've got a Toyota Landcruiser. So this is the kit I'll be building next. Just the bearing kit alone in this, because of the tracks and all that. The bearing kit, I think it's Fast Eddie, is about $125. So waiting for that. But back to this bad boy. I have to do some simple things like paint the drivers, the helmet. I like doing these. You put the halves together, and then I spray paint the helmet, and then brush the face. And that mounts to this. You can see right here, here's the driver's arms. There's the steering wheel. So you paint this. I'm going to paint this from the top, I think, if I can find some polycarbonate paints, because if you paint it from the bottom, everything, his arms and everything are going to be shiny. But I don't know, I guess it doesn't really matter. But this is a cover that sits on top of the chassis, the tub style chassis. So it just helps keep debris out, and it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. It's really light. I don't know how long it'll last, but for the most part, this vehicle will be run a few times, take some pictures and some videos, and then I'll probably bring it to just bring it when I go, go bash, and when we run the classic vehicles, just kind of show it off. It's really not going to get a hell of a lot of use. It definitely won't get beat like my cars did back in the 80s. I mean, we drove those things till the tires fell off, and I mean, we beat the living hell out of them. But this one won't be like that. It'll be more of a display. So yeah, so I have to do that, paint the driver's head and paint that piece, and install that, and that's really about it. And then I have the wing. You can see on the kit, the box art, there is no wing, and rear spoiler, wing, whatever you want to call it. But I put the decals on it, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna mount it or not. You can tell me what you think. Sorry about that, guys. You can tell me what you think, if you would put it on or not. I think it looks decent. But I usually do all these kits to box art, and it's not on the box art, so I may leave it off. I'll probably drill the holes and use the hardware, mount it, and then if I want to take it off, I can. So that's really it, guys. It was a fun build, and the bearings, if you don't want to use the bushings and you buy the bearings, you're probably looking at $25 or so for all the bearings, which is really the way to go. If you're going to run it quite a bit, you're going to kill those bushings pretty quick. Definitely inside the differentials, definitely bearings. No way. You don't want to rip all that apart if bushings start to go. So, all right. Thanks for checking out the video. If you have any questions, comments, leave a comment down below. I'll be sure to check it out and respond. You can leave a positive or a negative comment. I'll respond. If there's something that I can respond to, I will respond. And subscribe. Click the notification bell so you get notified when we upload new content. Appreciate you checking out the video, guys. Have a good day. Bye-bye.